Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I really wanted to kind of share my current favourite makeup products, or the products I'm using the most at the moment. So some obviously I use quite a lot in videos anyway, and some are a little bit more newer or older products that I haven't used for a while that I've kind of been enjoying a bit more recently. So I thought it'd be fun to share, and if you're new here then it kind of gives you an insight into kind of the makeup products that I kind of really enjoy. So I hope you enjoy, and if you're interested please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to kick off moisturising my face using the aloe vera pure gel just to prep the skin to begin with. Okay, and this next step is probably going to be a surprise to you, so it's the e.l.f. Halo Glow filter. So I'm just going to pop this as kind of my all over glow under my foundation for today. Really enjoying this product. It's definitely one that I'm probably going to repurchase when it does finally run out, but it's actually lasted me surprisingly well considering like how big doe foot is and how much product comes out. It lasts a reasonable amount of time. So I'm just going to go ahead and just buff the skin with a brush that apparently is shedding. That's good. Get off. So this is just the Real Techniques Light Layer Complexion Brush. Let's just give my skin the all over glow. I'm ready for the base. Okay, so where this may take a little bit of a different turn is if you watched my makeup collection video, you know I picked up a few kind of drugstore based products just to have a little test, have a play around with them, kind of see if there's anything I can use as a backup for my Hint Beauty concealer, because I ordered that online and sometimes when it does run out I forget to order in time. I just wanted to try something new, so I did pick up two. Now I said in that video that the MUA Pro Base I was absolutely loving at the time, and I hadn't tried the Revolution one, and I've tried the Revolution one now. So this is a Super Serum Hyaluronic Acid Foundation, and I really love this foundation actually. I said in that video I loved the MUA Pro Base, Matte Pro Base, but actually this I prefer even more. So yeah, it's more of a serum type foundation and it sits beautifully on my skin. The shade isn't quite right for me. This is F2. As you'll see, this won't be quite my right shade. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It can be quite high coverage, so the key is not to use too much unless you prefer a high coverage base, but sometimes I don't mind. But it looks really smooth on skin, and does have a bit more of a glow to it, which, as you know, I do prefer a glowy base, although I'm using a few powder products today. But yeah, I really actually have been surprised by this. Like I said, I just picked it up on just kind of a whim, just to test out a few more drugstore type base products. And see if I can find like a backup from Hint Beauty, and both of them I've actually really ended up enjoying. This one I think I prefer more out of the two, just purely because this is got more of a glow than the other one, because the other one is obviously a matte one. But yeah, I really enjoy how it sits on skin. I actually have been wearing it most days, and usually to work I don't tend to wear makeup. I have found myself wearing this almost every day just because I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, we'll go in with my Hint Beauty concealer for the concealer purposes. As you know, it is one of my favourites. So I'm going to take a concealer brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to pop some of this under the eyes. And then any redness or blemishes. I mean, like I said, this foundation kind of covered majority of what I need covering, so don't have to put too much of this on. Okay, then call me crazy, but I am actually going to go with the setting powder, which again is not something I typically tend to do. I prefer my cream products and base, like my cream based products. But again, as I mentioned in my makeup collection video, because I did that day to night look using mainly creams on the base, I did get a comment from Marie asking whether this could be done with powder products. So I wanted to get a few powder face powders just to kind of test out. I've already got a couple of loose setting ones, but I didn't really have any pressed powders. I have to say I've been really enjoying the collection pressed powder. So I've got mine in Ivory 18 and it's a Set and Finish Makeup Smooth Matte Finish Vitamin E. I don't go too heavy with it because again, like I said, I do prefer that glow base. I just take my little setting brush from Real Techniques and I just lightly set under the eyes. I do find it's really nice and smooth and quite lightweight, so it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And like I said, I'm usually all about the creams, but because I've been trying to test this out for a potential video for Marie, or anyone else that enjoys a powder base, I've just been gravitating to it a lot, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it and very pleasantly surprised. So I'm just going to go with this brush just to do a T-zone set, but I will do, let's take a fluffy brush and just do a, oh, why is all my brushes got fluff in them? Do a general setting of the skin. Onto blusher, and again, I think because I've been using the powder a bit more, I've been wanting to get back into or try again my powder blushes, because my cream blushes is definitely taking over. My Lily Low Lip and Cheeks I love, obviously Rare Beauty Joy, I really like the e.l.f. Putty blusher. So those are kind of being my main ones at the moment. But the one I've actually been gravitating towards in terms of powder at the moment is actually the Hourglass powder in Mood Exposure. Just a really nice kind of neutral rosy pink tone and really pretty, and it is got a little bit of iridescence to it, so it will add a bit of highlight as well, a bit of a glow, which for me is perfect. So just taking a little angled fluffy brush, I'm going to dip into this, coat the brush. And I actually use more circular motions with this. Obviously usually with my creams I tend to stamp and pat, but I use more circular motions and I find it blends really nicely. But yeah, I really like this shade, and yeah, I have gone a little heavy, but I enjoy a good blush. I think I particularly like these as well because, like I said, they have got the iridescence, so although I've set my skin, the foundation will still peek through the glow, but also this will add that glow as well. And what I can do is go back in with the pressed powder, same brush as the blush, and just tidy up if I need to, if I've gone a little bit heavy. I am going to move on to the brows. Brows are probably not going to change. I'm still playing around with that Benacos pencil I tried out a couple of videos ago, but for now I'm still kind of sticking with the ABH powder. So going in with the shade Chocolate on my little Luxie brush. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my brows. So actually, if you did watch that brow video, I'll show what I mean where I said I tend to do one dip into the powder. So I tend to take the first lot of product and pop it along the bottom of the brow to give a bit of shape, and then I tend to flick through the brow and start getting the kind of tail or arch into the shape I want, and then literally with the rest of the product I go through to like the mid to the front of the brow, and I flick up that line that I created on the bottom so it kind of just fuses and it blends in with the brows. And then I'm done. So that's why I think I do find powders quicker for me personally. It just needs a bit more practice when it comes to brow pencils. So, and then probably no surprise, the Kosas Airbrow Gel in Clear. And again, this has lasted me quite well. I feel like any second now I'm going to have to get a new one, and I'm probably going to go for one of the tinted ones next time. just to give it a try. But I really like this because I do find it kind of brings the brow hairs back to life, and it does set them, but it doesn't feel, you know, with some brow gels you can feel them throughout the day on the brows. You can't with this one, and I like the fact it doesn't pick up too much product on the brush, so it's not going to be messy, which is why I'm more intrigued to try on the tinted ones, because I'm hoping that's going to be kind of similar product wise to the clear. And so, yeah, hopefully it won't be messy. I only got the one primer that I absolutely love, which is the Lily Lola Eye Primer. So I'm going to prep and prime with that. Okay, we're going to move on to the eyes. I do feel when it comes to the eyes, there is one palette in particular that I gravitate towards the most. At the moment anyway. It's the ABH Rose Metals palette. It's this one just here. I just think it's super pretty, especially for this time of year, but also actually when we do get more to the summer, these warmer tones will be beautiful. The mattes work quite nicely if you just want like a light everyday look, or you can really bold them up and pack them up. And then also of course you can create loads of fun glam party looks with this as well. So I really do love this palette, and we're going to do a look based on it today. I might actually keep it quite soft and simple for today's look. So, I'm going to start off with the shade Ashes. Oh, that's the wrong shade. And I'm going to pop this through the crease. Just going to begin with, just build it up in the crease. I'm using a nice taper brush. It kind of really does focus more in the crease, but it's quite fluffy, so it will do a little bit of blending at the same time. It is a blank canvas, but I don't know the name because it hasn't rubbed off, unfortunately. Yeah, this is definitely one of my most used palettes at the moment, just because I really think it's super pretty. Actually, I think I used it on a live not too long ago as well. Okay, what I'm going to do now is... Okay, I'm just going to take a really fluffy brush now. This is a Sigma E40. No product, and I'm just going to go ahead and buff out that shade now. See, it just blends so nicely. Yeah, I'm actually going to take a bit more of Ashes and actually pop more onto the outer portion of the lid. Like I said, I'm going to keep it quite simple, I think, for today's look. Something a bit softer, because I always do quite bold glam looks with this, so I do want to kind of demonstrate the more softer feel you can do with it. On a shading brush, this is a Luxie 213. I'm going to take the shade Rose Quartz, which I don't often use, to be fair, so it's nice, like it's more of a sheen. There's no real glitter or shimmer to it, it's more of a sheen, but a really pretty kind of pink shade. I'm going to pop this onto the lid. And it kind of almost is the Ashes equivalent, but just a shimmer shade, or more of a sheen shade. Obviously I've got other shades in this palette which really, or shimmers that really pack a punch. So you've got a few kind of metallics and like duochrome type ones. I mean, my favourite one has to be Haze in this palette. It's beautiful. I've used it quite a few times. So yeah, you've got kind of a nice mixture in here of creating soft looks, bold looks, glam looks, whatever you want to do. Next, I'm going to take the shade Heavenly, which is probably one of my most used ones. Pop it in the inner corner. Nothing too heavy, just add a bit of brightness in there. I'm going to top off with mascara, and Lily Lolo Big Lash is still the one that I go to. So I'm going to load up my upper lashes. Okay, and then to finish off his lips. Now, I should put this on at the beginning of the video, but this is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Juicy Gloss in something. Oh, Brilliant Perplex. I tend to use this more as a lip balm because I find the texture really hydrates the lips. There's a little hint of a tint to it, but nothing crazy. And this is kind of my go-to everyday lip product that I wear to work and stuff. But I will add a more of a lipstick on to kind of go with this look, so I'll go and pick one out. Okay, so my go-to lip liner at the moment is definitely the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. I just find it is such a pretty shade. It probably would work better if I actually take this gloss off. I've got nothing to take off it. It's kind of like a My Lip but better colour. And then probably absolutely no surprise, Lily Lolo lip gloss in Whisper. Okay, so that is this video to complete. So yeah, I just wanted to do a video updating with some of my kind of current favourite products or some of my more go-to products. Like I said, a lot of them are very much the same, but there are a few new, particularly base products that I've been gravitating towards recently, and surprisingly more powder products. And I think they do look really pretty on the skin. Like I said, I'm really enjoying that new foundation, the Super Serum Foundation. And yeah, the pressed powder as well from Collection. I think I just like how lightweight it is. It doesn't like dry out under the eyes or look heavy or cakey on the skin. It's really nice and lightweight. And actually, one more product I will quickly just show is the this is just a Superdrug Vitamin C Energizing Face Spritz, and that's quite nice as well. It's not a setting mist or anything like that. It's purely just a facial mist, but it does kind of add a bit more hydration to the skin. And if you have gone to heavy powder products, it's quite nice to I guess melt them all back in as well and add a bit more, like I said, hydration to the skin. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favourite products are down below, because you never know, that might be one that I pick out for my next where I try subscribers make favourite products. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video. Leave any comments down below. Any future requests as well, leave down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.